3. Welcome to the Smack Off, the Silver Anniversary Smack Off number 25. I am Jim Rome. The show is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Rocket Mortgage is with you every step of the way to provide a seamless mortgage experience. I think it's been awesome. My personal opinion, I've been here for all 25. This has been awesome. I'm pumped up on today. Last chance. If you're on Twitter, hashtag it Smack Off. It's been trending in the top 5 in the United States the entire program. We're not there yet, though. If you're on Instagram and you're at a watch party and you're rolling video, hashtag it Smack Off. CBS Sports Network will still run back the best videos and bump them in. I've got at least 4 former champs that I've got to find a way to get in this hour. It's going to be tough. Listen, one more thing. Last hour, at least 5 more calls coming in. You're on a short leash. You will get run. Even if you've won, you'll get run if you're running too long. You're running out of time. All right, we start hour number 3. Now, you know the deal with this guy. You know his deal. If you're hearing his voice, there's a good chance you're going to hear a second one shortly, because the only way this guy was going to participate today was if he sold a guest spot on his call for $5,001. At least that's what he said prior to. He is your 2014 champ. Let's find out whether or not he's rolling solo or if he's got a winger. We go to Mike in Indy. Mikey DLC. What's up, Mike?
What's up? Hey, I'm watching the telecast, and that was nice of you to give Shawnee a few courtesy laughs. But we all know he should have got run. That call was terrible. Romy, I'm the big, long, straight piece in Tetris. Stevie Carbone is that crappy zigzag piece you get right before your screen fills up. Romy, my call last year was so hot, Ira Craig tried to use it to heat up some dumpster food. My call last year was so hot, Cal in Vegas tried to pour some of my call into his lap to set up a lawsuit. But the judge said, sorry, Cal, you should have known that call was hot. You know I'm quick to let these hands go, Romy. That's why they call me the Pythagorean theorem, because I'm always about to square up. You've heard everybody coming at me today. I got so many beefs I can't even keep track. I got so much beef, Beaks in Studio City tried to rob me in broad daylight. Rome, I have thousands of Twitter followers, but I only follow 5, so getting a follow from me is a huge honor. If I win today, I'm going to open up the floodgates and follow the whole XR4 Ti. That might be the closest you knuckleheads ever get to a Twitter verification. Now let me translate all that into Hawk's natural dialect. Caw! Rome, I'm having a tough time dealing with that moving stage that ESPN uses to whisk Booger McFarland from one end of the field to the other. What's next? They're going to suspend Booger McFarland's fat ass in a zipline harness hovering over the field? Speaking of boogers, did anybody else see the video of Jim Harbaugh picking his nose and then eating the booger? Then Michigan hired Coach Jim McElwain, the guy who got caught on camera butt naked on top of that shark. What's next? The camera's catching Juwan Howard during a timeout, digging all up in his booty hole and then smelling it. And of course, the 2 dumbest callers in the jungle are huge Michigan fans. Cal in Vegas' stupidity is pretty well documented at this point, but Marc in Boston with his permanent Jim Harbaugh tattoo might actually be dumber than Cal, and that's really saying something. The fact that it's even a discussion which of these 2 idiots is dumber is an embarrassment to both of them and the whole University of Michigan. Rome, about once a year, somebody new shows up and flashes brilliance, and everyone assumes it's me because I'm the gold standard of brilliance. On the brilliance scale of 1 to Mike in Indy, Jeff in Southfield started as a 9, but after that garbage call today, you all know that ain't me. Regardless, Jeff received the ultimate compliment any smack-off caller could ever receive. At one point, everyone thought he was me. I know Crank Flores tried to get Harry Winkler on his call so Hawk would actually let him on the air, but Crank Flores and Harry Winkler, are you kidding me with that combo? What, Dick Buttkiss didn't want any of that? Speaking of Dick Buttkiss, Braden Corona is a system caller. If he can't talk about poop and pee and male genitalia, he's worthless. It's all he's got. Don't let him seduce you into thinking he's a champion, Rome, or you're going to end up with some Kirk Cousins system QB egg on your face. You like that? Brad and Corona apologists say Brad has 4 championships but should have 5. Well, I should have 9 championships, so I guess that settles that. Leff and his team of 30 writers might be the only organization more ridiculous than the Lakers right now. Leff is just going with the flow while Denless is shadow running the organization and calling all the shots. Then Crank Flores went to the media to air his dirty laundry and either quit or got fired. We aren't really sure. Lots of he said, she said going on there. Lots of backstabbing and betrayal throughout the organization. That's why so many of Left's secrets get out. The whole organization is crumbling, and along with it, Leff's hopes of ever winning a legitimate Smack-Off title. The thing is, Jim, I've given these scrub callers so much material this year, and they just squandered it. People say I'm predictable. It's like Tony Romo's calling out my takes in advance, and they still can't stop me. When you know what's coming, and you still can't stop it, that's a champion. As everybody knows, I offered up the opportunity to be my partner on this call for $5,001, and I had a taker. But I got a tip from a confidential informant in Leff's crew that my new partner was affiliated with Leff was going to try to ruin my call. So I had a choice to make. Take the $5,001 and let him ruin my call, or cut him loose, go solo, and call Leff out for his ill communication. Listen, all of y'all, it was sabotage. Listen, all of y'all, it was sabotage. I can't stand it. I know Leff playing it. I'ma set it straight. It's Smack-Off Gate. The Smack-Off's bigger than the money, so I'm still here. Cause the crystal ball ain't so crystal clear. They thought they took me out, but it's a mirage. I'm telling y'all it was sabotage.
Mike and Indy. All right, so he didn't sell the call, or he did sell the call. We don't really know. Let's keep moving. Hour number 3. Where are you going to put him? Jump on Twitter, hashtag it Smack-Off. This is a former champion, 2013 Smack-Off champ, looking to become just the 6th caller ever to win multiple titles. He is appearing in his 8th straight main event. Tinseltown on his tax return, Philly in his blood. He is Marc in Hollywood. What's up, Marc?
Big Jim! Yo, Vanilla Ice was dope just then. Wake up, everybody. I got to say what's up to all the Smack-Off watch party circle twerks that are happening around the country, to the Igloo that's hosting Rick in Buffalo's Buttocks Bonanza, to the Sausage Swap Meet in Cokeland. Got to give a huge shout out to the Portland party and all the women they have up in there. Yo, Portland woman. What up, Wookiees? Other than Adam's mom. But Romy, the one watch party I really want to be at is that Fruit and Vegetables Anonymous meeting that's happening in Wisco. Man, just imagine walking into this tug spa, cholesterol dripping from every wall. But Jim, why does everyone at that watch party have domes that crack as easy as peanut brittle? For example, Benny's calls used to be tight with his rat gimmick, but the minute this dude steps outside of his lane, he sounds as nervous as Matt in Cleveland combined with the personalities of Herschel Walker. And then you have Caleb setting up Twitter burner accounts so he can claim he has, quote, haters. Relax, Mayor McCheese. No one cares about you or your contradictory tweets, where one moment you're a holier-than-thou virgin, and the next moment you're a horny goat-weed teenager. Caleb, the only haters you have is called physical fitness and mental toughness. Get back into the carpool lane, less successful Jay Stu. But Jim, the one good thing about this party is they're so close to the beer, you get a lot of chicks. Great. So did Irv. Jim, when these dirty bang bros went on their Smack-Off mini camp and stayed at hotels, the sheets got bed bugs from them. You know, honestly, other than both of them getting run today, the best thing about this year was watching these Mounties turn on each other quicker than Bob Crane's bro turned on him when he bashed Colonel Hogan's skull in with their sex camera. But bros, it's all love. It's just that your brand is an oxymoron. Tough smack-talking Canadians, really? That's like saying competent Lakers front office or career stability-seeking XR4TI members. Oh, and by the way, James Kelly, as a fellow member of Big Dome Nation, I got your back, homie. Ain't nothing wrong with you. I'd rather have a big dome than look like a bald, wrinkly, newly born Benjamin Button, or a dead-eyed, air-headed, tatted-up millennial hipster Mimbo, or a Ken doll, or a 12-year-old anal-retentive, egomaniacal narcissist who thought so much of himself he had to name his kids Simon and Theodore. But the sad thing, Jim, is with all of these awesome parties happening all over the country, not one of them has extended an invite to that walking, talking, Robert Kraft receptacle, Brad and Butthola. But it makes sense, doesn't it? Just look at Brad with his Benito Santiago grill and his wiry frame. This glue sniffer looks like he should be dumpster diving behind the Jersey Mikes with nails and sprinkles. Brad, you think Rick in Buffalo is going to let you into his backdoor brouhaha? That screaming...
That's not a good call. No. You don't like that call. I don't like that call. Not a very good call.
Dude, one too many innuendos, genitalia references over the line. I said it's going to be a very short leash. He's a former champ. You see, former champs do get run. I've been calling this guy right here one of the best to never win one for a while. It's a gloss that he's here to rid himself of. His best finish ever, 3rd place. Today he's trying to get a couple of spots higher on that podium. From the great state of Wisco, competing in his 5th straight. Let's go to Green Bay. Caleb in Green Bay. Caleb, how are you?
I'm good, Romy. What's up? It's an honor to be here. Shout out to all my friends at the Lorelei right now. I know they're all thinking the same thing. Caleb in Green Bay, he is the man. Don't worry, folks. I won't let you down. Jim, I was thinking about the 25th anniversary and all the nostalgia that comes with it. Can you imagine what would happen if one of these cadavers from the days of yore won the smack off, like Carbone or the Caplanasian? They'd go longer in between titles than Rick and Buffalo when he can't afford a used car. Now, I'm not saying that high school teachers don't get paid very well, but I am saying that to save money on laundry, Rick just showers with his clothes on. He slams one Tide Pod over his melon, another one under his armpits, and a third in his mouth for a light snack. And yes, clones, I'm well aware that Tide Pod jokes are about a year and a half too old, even for Rick, but I'm pretty sure you could say the same thing about the senior girls in his geography class. And Richard, I don't even know why you're here today. You don't need the $5,000. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled to significant financial compensation. And Jim, it was really nice of you to play Mike and Indy's greatest hits. You know, I'm a true student of the game. I always try to pay tribute to those who came before me and blazed the trail. I was surprised you played the call, though, because I thought the smack off was supposed to be for callers on the day. But it's your show. You can do whatever you want. I just hope he calls later so we can find out if his game translates to 2019. And not only that, but Brad, too, you know, I respect what he was willing to do to keep the smack-off title out of Canada. He slipped into those gimmicky little britches and pranced around his high-voltage backyard. But it's going to take a lot more than a pair of plum smugglers to bring home the 5K this year, especially with the smack that he and Lef have been running the past few months. We go to Laguna. Left and Laguna. Left. What's up? Hey, not much, Jimmy. I just want to let you know that Brad lives under power lines. Out. And then Brad hits him back with, yeah, hey, Jim, Left here. He's got big ears. Late. Hey, Jim, Brad has a small dong. Out. I mean, is this what passes for smack these days? These are the last 4 champions? 2 guys that ostensibly call each other through you? Am I going to tune into the show in 5 years and have to listen to Brad call in with, hey, Jim, Brad here. I just want to let Left know that we're out of milk. If he could stop and pick some up on the way home, that'd be great. And I didn't appreciate the beer cans he left in the bathroom garbage. It's why we have recycling bins. I don't know how many times I have to tell him. And it's not about the beer cans. It's that he never thinks about my feelings and my sister's getting a divorce, and I don't want to turn into my mother. Guys, quit flirting, exchange numbers already, cut the middleman, and leave us out of it. In closing, Jim, I'm not going to sit here and beg. I'm not going to read you my resume or my pedigree. You know it already. I'm a wonderful person. I'm a wonderful man. I'm one of the best to never do it. You said it yourself. But I will make this point. Your new favorite vacation spot will be my first decree. Please rise and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem. Caleb in Green Bay, he's the man. Caleb in Green Bay's got great smack. Caleb in Green Bay said, I fought to win the smack off. Yeah, Caleb in Green Bay's a great caller to the jungle. He's from Green Bay. He's a fine clone. I'll take him all day. Caleb in Green Bay. He trashes every clone that gets put in his general direction. He's a tremendous caller. Yeah, Caleb in Green Bay. He's very good at making calls. A clone steps up to Caleb in Green Bay. He trashes him. That's what he does. He's a wonderful person. He's a wonderful man. Clones, the new hit single, Caleb in Green Bay is a great caller, is available right now on iTunes and Spotify. I'm not joking. Bump it in your car. Bump it at your workplace. Bump it on your Peloton. Romy, we in America's Dairyland, thank you for your consideration. We are the Walrus. We are ready for our first smack-off title. We are out. Say it with me, Lorelei. On, Wisconsin.
Caleb, love that. That's a really creative moment. He went all chasing avant with it. That was strong. This is why this guy's been in the top 3. Where are you going to put him now? We had Mike and Indy that segment. We had Caleb that segment. We had Marc in Hollywood who got run that segment. Still ahead. You got the defending champ. The BIC, Brad and Corona. You have Left in Laguna still ahead.